Hey guys, I wanted to put together a video on the different models that are available in Cursor right now. This is December 2025, so models are coming out like every week right now. I want to show you how you can get the most out of the models that are available, including Auto Mode, Opus 4.5, Gemini 3 Pro. Check out this video and I'll show you some examples of what you can build using these different models and how they compare. So in Cursor, you basically have lots of different models you can choose from. So if we go to the prompt down here, you can actually select Auto Mode, which is the default in Cursor. And then you have all the other models that are available. As of now, we have Opus 4.5, which is kind of the flagship, kind of the best model you can use from Claude. And then we have Sonnet, which is also available from Claude, and it's pretty good. Not as good as Opus. And then you have other models like GPT 5.1, GPT 5.2, and Google's Gemini. So there's lots of different models you can select from, and each model has pros and cons, right? So I'm going to show you what it looks like with the same prompt in each different model. So we'll go ahead and select Auto first. I've already created a app using Auto Mode, and I've basically asked it to create a virtual dinosaur, and we're going to see what that looks like. So we'll go to the Google Chrome, we'll refresh, and then here we have Rex's virtual home for our virtual dinosaur. So you can see it's pretty basic. It's using an emoji, and we can do things like feed it, play, clean, and then it's changing the emoji as it goes. Pretty simple, pretty basic, right? And this design here, these drop shadows, these gradients are very typical of like using Claude Sonnet 3.5. So this is kind of circa 3 months ago from now. It's what a lot of vibe-coded apps look like. And it's okay, right? But now we kind of want something that's a bit better, a bit cleaner, just more modern and less AI. So if we go back to the model to Cursor here and we unselect Auto, I'm going to show you the difference between using something like Opus 4.5. So we'll go ahead, we'll reset here, go back to the reset button, and this is going to delete all our code. So when we go back to the browser, it's just going to be welcome to React. So now we're going to say, create an app that lets me manage a virtual dinosaur. It was exactly the same prompt, but we're going to use Opus 4.5. So we'll click go, and then it's going to do what it did in Auto Mode, but using Opus 4.5, which is the latest model from Claude, and it's fantastic. So you're going to see the difference models can make. The downside to using something like this is it's going to be way more expensive. It's going to use more tokens. It's going to have much more reasoning, more thinking. So basically, it's going to cost more money. And although Cursor does have a plan that it does include Opus, usually you're going to end up going over your allowance, and it's going to cost money. So I just want to show you the difference, though, that using Opus 4.5 can make for some simple prompt like this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll let you know when this is done. All right, so it's gone ahead and finished. The agent's finished doing its thing, and it's created this virtual dinosaur management app called Dino Keeper using Opus. This would have cost me a little bit in tokens, maybe $2, $3, something like that. The context window is pretty big because it's done a lot of work in this one conversation. So let's check it out, though. So go to the browser. Here we go. So we've got Dino Keeper. We've got a lot more animation going on. We've got what looks like some SVGs here. These aren't emojis. Yeah, we've got our much more an elaborate UI here. Enter the name of your dinosaur. It's going to call it Dino. And then hatch your dino. So we can do a T-Rex here. Click hatch your dino. Look at this whole experience here. It's way more complex, much better design, way less like the typical AI apps you have here, because we've got like we haven't got the gradients. We've got like different design of panels. All the CSS has been custom made. It's not using like a framework like ShadCN, for example. So yeah, we'll go ahead down here. You can see it's actually created a socket connection as well. So it's actually doing things in real time. So we can go ahead and feed it, and we can go ahead and give it some rest. Absolutely thrilled. It's got how the age of the dinosaurs is. It's created an activity log here. So a lot more things going on here. You've got like a back end, you've got a socket connection, and all of this has been created by Opus. So just gives you an example of the difference between using Opus and using Auto Mode. And now I'm going to show you what it would look like with Gemini, which is Google's offering, which tends to be much better at doing UI and design and that kind of thing. So we'll give Gemini a shot next. Okay, so Gemini 3 has gone ahead and built the app. It didn't do much for the to-dos. It did this very quickly, actually. It only probably took about 2 minutes. So if we go and see what it did with those very short 2 minutes, we'll go back to Chrome, and this is what we have. We have our Our dinosaur here, does look like it's got some kind of socket thing going on, or maybe it's just random, but it is doing different things with its health, its hunger. We can feed it. It's pretty basic, right? You know, you've got emojis here with the bouncing around, very simple animations, kind of very simple UI, not much going on. Oh no, your dino has passed away. Oh, well, that's a shame. So just gives you an example here of the different models. So I'm just going to recap here. So the different models we have. Auto, which is going to do it very quickly. It's going to be cheap. It's going to be included in your plan typically, and it's going to do a pretty good job. Very good for general tasks like creating forms, doing things like maybe fixing a very simple bug, creating a login, some kind of simple integration like with Stripe. And then you're going to have the other models. So Opus 4.5, you saw how good that was. You saw how powerful that was. Opus is the best model right now as of December 2025 for doing advanced UIs, 3D animation, anything like that, complex bug solving, bug fixing. So Opus is great, but it does cost money. The other great thing about Opus is it's very fast. So yeah, Opus is great. Sonnet is also very good at reasoning and coming up with bug fixes. I would always go for Opus over Sonnet 4.5 though. And then you have GPT 5.1, 5.2. These models are very good at thinking, reasoning, looking at maybe a complex issue that's going on in your database architecture or something, and you want to try and look at what's going on, maybe offer a fix. It's good at planning, putting plans together for how to build an app or how to go ahead and tackle a complex problem. Gemini 3 Pro wasn't that great then at creating our little Dino app, but it is typically good at making nice UIs, modals, buttons. It's got a really nice handle on user experience, for example, and like creating a nice flow for a user. So I haven't really got any comments on Grok. I don't use Grok, but there are also other models you can use too in Cursor. So have a dig around. But my recommendation would be Auto for basic tasks. It's usually included in your plan, and use Opus for anything that you want to use that's got a really nice UI, or maybe like create a framework for an app that looks good and it has great user experience. And then you can use Auto to go in and iterate on those things that it creates. So that's my take on models for using for vibe coding in Cursor. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. And if you have any questions or feedback, drop them in the comments.